AVP and your mass, it does go up on the lateral because when we go lateral, it's thicker. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead, get everything set. I'm gonna have her set before I go get her. And you can hold it and it'll go right to it. So 120, mass is like 1.4.
Is this always the setup they put what they want you to do? Except
This is pretty standard even out in clinic.
Okay.
So, sorry. So obviously I'm not using table bucky. I am using wall. So make sure I have the wall bucky. Got that. Got my KVP. Got my mass. Large focal spot. We're good to go. Okay. Have that set. I'm gonna grab my 14 by 17. Now you guys will be at a slight advantage because you'll be able to see.
Do you want me to grab one from the back?
Yes. I'm gonna keep taking all of her back. I matter too.
You do. I got you.
No, my phone's dying. It's like a creepy
Ah,
video.
she's stuck it in the bucket.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
mine
mine.
was
Like
that.
That's fine. Okay, so you sometimes have an idea of your patient, but I know Ari, I can actually get her lengthwise. Ouch. So I'm gonna come on, put this in. Now mind you, you're not always gonna have the 2 minutes. Once 2 minutes is up, you need to be going, yeah, that's it. If you keep messing in the room, I start your 15-minute timer. You get 15 minutes for this check off. Okay? That's to go get your patient, the whole 9. So, and you have little requisitions as well, so you'll be able to get in the habit of, because there are some places that you actually have to do the intake, patient's name, date of birth, history, that kind of thing, you have to manually enter that. So it gets y'all in the habit of taking notes as well, okay? Go with this from start to finish. And then we'll break it down, okay? All right. All right, Miss Ari.
Mhm.
All right. Johnson?
Hi.
Hi. Are you Ariana Johnson?
I am.
Nice to meet you. I am Kelly. I'm going to be your tech today. I see that I have you here for 2 views of your chest. Does that sound about right?
Sounds good to me.
What's been going on?
I've had a cough for about a month now.
Ooh, has it been painful? Has it
Yeah.
been like,
Yeah, it's been painful. I've been coughing up stuff the whole time, so.
is it any specific colors?
Green.
Oh, that's, well, it depends on the green. It could be pretty, but anyway.
Yeah.
We don't want to worry about that. So, all right, so you've been having a productive cough for about a month now.
Mhm.
Have you had any recent surgeries in the chest area that we need to worry about?
Nope.
Okay, cool. All right, so I do have to ask, is there any chance that you could be pregnant?
No.
Same. So, all right, that being answered, I do have to ask, when was the date of the first date of your last menstrual cycle?
Last Thursday.
Okay, cool. Now, at that point right there, if you're not sure of the date, just say last Thursday, and then you can look up the date later and pinpoint it that way. Sometimes they'll like, oh, I'm on it right now. I just started today. Perfect, cool, and you can usually count back from there. Okay, so before we get started, I'm gonna have you go in our changing room over here. I need everything from the waist up removed, okay? Bra included.
Okay.
I see you do have a necklace on.
Mhm.
If you can remove it, that would be great. If not, I will just have you hold it up in your mouth.
Okay.
Okay? See, you don't have any long earrings on. We're good to go. Do you have any body piercings? In this region?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it possible for you to remove them?
Sure.
Okay, so if you can remove them, that's fine. If you can't, we'll work around it. It's no big deal.
Okay.
Those things, again, a lot of patients won't be as willing to remove those, but they're so insignificant and small. Unless there happens to be like a nodule or something behind there, then the radiologist may say, come back out and say, hey, I need you to get one. Can we please get them to take that out? Okay? So, all right, have you go in here and change for me? She changes. Okay? You done?
Yeah.
Sweet. Makes it that quick. All right, so what I'm gonna have you do, I'm gonna have you go stand in front of my board for me.
Okay.
See what I mean? She stands right in front of the board. That she did exactly what I told her to do. And that's fine. So, alright, so I'm just gonna get everything lined up real quick. Alright, can I get you to turn around and face the board for me? Very cool. Alright, I need you to get really close. I'm gonna put my hands on your shoulders.
Okay.
Come forward a little bit. Alright, can you hug the board for me? Kind of wrap your arms around. Roll your shoulders forward for me a little bit. Very nice, very nice. Okay. I need to collimate down. I don't need all that. Okay. Alright, so I'm using my 72. Okay. I'm gonna come down to my 17. And then I'm gonna come over to my 14. Okay. So, alright. So her hair is still fine, but if she had super long hair, if she didn't have a hair tie to pull it in, I'm gonna prop it up here on her shoulder, down her arm, okay? Because hair can actually throw weird artifacts on your images, okay? So from here, pop my light back on. I can already see I'm too high. So, you don't have to put your chin on there. I'm gonna get you to relax for just a second for me. So, I find the vertebral prominence, that little knobby part right here. Everybody can feel it, okay? So here, if you want to do this, you can. It's fine. But I'm way above that notch. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and move my cassette down, okay? So, all right, got her here. My light field, I'm just above it. But with her, I can still see her iliac crest is right here. Pretty sure her lung fields are not gonna be down that far, so I'm more than covered. And then here, her inferior scapular border is right here, so I'm at T7, okay? So she's rounded forward. In actuality, see how I'm still have light up here? I don't need that. So I'm actually gonna come down a little bit more. Okay, all right, and now, I have to line up. All right, let's line this up just a little bit. I don't want it to catch your chin until I had you take your chin off. Okay, got her nice and lined up. Shoulders still rolled forward. All right, go ahead and take one deep breath in for me. All right, let that one out. I have a shield right here behind you, so be careful when you step back. I don't want you to trip.
Okay.
So this would actually be, if we had, most places will have one that you can put on them, it would sit right here, okay? But you wheel it in front of her, you're good. All right, so you took that first deep breath in. All right, go ahead and take that next deep breath in for me. And hold it. Don't breathe, don't move. Relax. All right. Make sure you tell them to relax, okay? So the other thing too, I knew I could do her lengthwise. So if I do this right here, I still have a little light here. I'm good, because this is tissue that's here. I have to push in just very little because she's still skinny. She's still skinny, but I'm still gonna have enough border that I'll have rib margin, okay? So, but you wanna make sure again that she's nice and centered when you're doing lengthwise. All right, ma'am, you can let go of the board. I'm gonna slide this back. All right, turn and face towards me, please. Okay, so I gotta get a side view of your lungs now. So can you put your arms above your head? Is that comfortable?
Yeah. As much as it can be.
All right, so if it's easier, can you do this, or would this be easier?
This is.
Okay. All right, so I actually need you to come a little bit closer. Okay. See, this is what I want here. You can come around front, and since I know you're filming. So see how her shoulder is touching? Now what I don't want is put your hip against the board. I don't want this. Because see how she's now angled? Okay, I don't want that. Okay, now stand back straight for me. You want to make sure your patient are on equal footing, hips equal plane, shoulders should be all touching, and usually you have a little bit of OID, the object to image, but that's minimal. But left side's touching, okay? What did I forget to put on my first image? Nobody caught?
Oh, yeah, marker.
There you go. I forget things, I want y'all to pay attention. I know. All right, so we put this here. Now see how I have light behind here? Okay. Most of the time, I don't have to move at all. I shouldn't have to move my CR when you're doing chest x-rays. Every once in a while you do, because The only reason, remember when I said sometimes you can move down just a little bit? Remember, the posterior aspect of your lung dips down in the back. So we come down just a little bit, but with her, because I'm already covering so much area, I don't have to worry about that. You will have some people who have this marker, they put it right here. Don't do that. I discourage this immensely, because if they had a barrel chest or she were to sway back a little bit, now my marker is in my anatomy, okay? So taking my marker, I have plenty of room here. I'm still MCP, mid-coronal plane. Does that make sense? You okay, Bailey?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
sure? Okay. All right. Okay. Now, because I said I'm going to my next position, you're fine, because digital, you're not changing out a cassette. We do still have a couple of places where you will have to change out the cassettes, the CR places. It's only a handful left. 'Cause
Like two.
yeah, and I think that's one of the two is CHKD's half and half.
One of the now cares.
Well, one of the now cares hasn't fully switched over. So, but majority of them, it's like you tell me you're going to the next position, you're golden, okay? So, got her in her lateral position, sweet, nice and straight. All right, same breathing as instructions before. Go ahead and take that first deep breath in for me. Let that one out. All right. Okay. All right, take that next deep breath in and hold it. Breathe. All right, you can relax those arms for me. All right, we are all done. I got both images that I needed. I'm gonna go ahead and let you go get changed.
Okay.
I just sent your images over to the radiologist because unfortunately I don't read them. I wish I could, but your doctor should have the results in about 24 to 48 hours.
Okay.
So if you have any other questions for me before you leave,
Good.
okay? All right, well then you can reach back out to your doctor in a few days to get those results. Otherwise, you're free to go.
All right.
All right.